Hey, good evening. Happy Easter. I'm Frankie Castile, and we're going to jump on just for a couple of minutes here. Um, First off, if you don't mind, let me know that you can see the screen okay, you can hear everything okay. I just want to make sure that I'm coming in loud and clear. We're not going to stay on too long, and I'll tell you why here in just a moment. The storms have really weakened considerably in the last, I'd say 30 to 45 minutes. So, real quick, let me know that you can see everything, hear everything okay. And once I start getting some messages roll in, all right, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, as you can see, we have some new graphics that we were hoping to be able to display tonight. So the good news is these storms are weakening. Right now, there is a severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of Carter County, just to the west of Ripley County as well. We're talking wind gust of around 60 miles an hour. We're talking maybe some hail, possibly up to maybe nickel size hail. Um, but the tornado threat is really starting to go down. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate that very much. So the tornado threat is really starting to go down in our area. Now we are under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. We've got that scrolling on the bottom of your screen. We also have, as you can see underneath the PB Realty logo, you can also see part of that watch, what the Weather Service was saying with that watch. Let me look at something real quick here. So yeah, we're talking about maybe some gusty winds, briefly gusty winds, and maybe some heavy rainfall. The hail threat really starting to diminish as well. I'm with you, Charlie. I'm tired of it as well. But I wanted to at least jump on for a couple of minutes, so that way you can at least see what I'm watching and what we have been watching. Chance and I have been watching this all afternoon. That's why I put his name in there. I couldn't leave out his name anymore. We're going to make sure that I give him a little bit of love too. He does a lot for me. He helps a lot. So if you don't mind, hit that share button. Also, hit that like button for me. The more shares, the more likes. Obviously, it reaches more people. So hope you guys had a great Easter, by the way. I know it was very windy today for the most part. Let me see here. I know this severe thunderstorm warning has a tornado tag associated with it, but they've not made any updates. This is for Oregon County until 7:15. Oh, you know what? So we're going to stay on for a few minutes because they just threw a tornado warning on this storm in Oregon County until 7:15. So we're going to stay on just for a few minutes here because this is going to be moving into Carter and Ripley County if it holds together. So if you don't mind, I know my wife probably does. I'm sorry, Pam. Sorry. But they did just now issue a tornado warning for that storm in Oregon County. So let me see what the Weather Service is saying about that storm in Oregon County. This is radar indicated. Nothing obviously confirmed from weather spotters. So let's do this. So you can see the tornado watch. Let me take away some of this. Let me take away the talking points here and let me take away the lower third. There we go. So let's stay with that for right now. So let me switch and let me see about velocities here. Let me see if there's any kind of rotation in this storm. And it looks like here at maybe looks like right here at the Oregon and Howe County line is where we are seeing that rotation right now with this storm. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now on radar. We're going to stay with this storm because it did go tornado warned, and we want to make sure that we at least give you a good heads up there in Carter County, also in the western parts of Ripley as well. So the current time is 6:44. We are watching a tornado warned storm now to the east of West Plains. It is west of Donovan, west of Van Buren. It is right now over Oregon County. The problem is with this storm, it is going to be moving away from the radar beams, so it's going to be a little bit harder. We're going to have to switch over to the the Memphis site here in just a moment. And even when I do that, it's not going to look really clear. I may do that now. Let me see what it looks like here. This is I switched over to the Memphis radar site, and I'm going to stay with the Memphis radar site. The strongest part of this storm is going to be right here in the southwest corner of Oregon County, a very small area. We're talking about possibly 1 inch size hail. We're talking about potentially some winds. Let's see what they're saying here. We're talking about winds possibly 60 miles an hour. It's moving northeast at around 60 miles an hour. So let's track this storm out here. Let's kind of wait for the newest scan to come up. And let's do 60 miles an hour here, just this particular storm itself. Let's give you an idea of where it's going to be. It's going to be in Fremont in about 32 minutes from right now. So that would put it at around, about 7:17, I guess that would be in Van Buren in about 40 minutes from right now. You can see those towns on your screen. Grandin in 42 minutes, Hunter in 43 minutes, Garwood in about 48 minutes. If it holds together, Elsinore in about 49 minutes. So that is this storm that we are watching here in Oregon County. The Weather Service office has went ahead and done a tornado warning on this storm. And let me check the velocity here on this storm. Let the new scan go. And still seeing some rotation just to the northwest of Thayer, right along Highway 63. So that's kind of what we're seeing with that rotation right now with this storm. To the northwest of Naylor, or I'm sorry, not Naylor, Thayer. My apologies. So we did some work on our screens, as you can see, and thankfully it's not cutting off nearly as bad as it used to. So that's some good news. Tim Hicks did a great job of formatting everything for me. So the strongest part of this storm is going to be around the Koshkonong area right now. It's moving northeast. So we'll stay with this particular storm because this one could be impacting Carter County. We're also watching storms to the south, but nothing tornado warned right now. No other warnings except for this Oregon County storm. Make sure and hit that share button for us if you don't mind on social media. Also hit that like button as well. The more likes, the more shares. That just means we're able to reach a whole lot more folks. So we're going to switch over here. Okay, so which we just talked about that from the Weather Service. This came in. Circulation for the tornado warned storm is now 4 miles northwest of Thayer. That's what we were talking about a moment ago. Let me do the velocity again to kind of see. Sure enough, there it is, which we were just saying that a moment ago. Right there is about where that rotation is, and that is coinciding with what the Weather Service in Springfield is saying. Springfield handles Oregon County. Paducah is going to be handling Carter County and Ripley County coming up. So we'll stay with this storm. We'll stay with this storm here for the time being, only because it is tornado warned. The plan was to maybe briefly go on the air and give a quick little, this was radar indicated. There is some rotation northwest of Thayer. That's what's prompted this warning. The goal was to do a quick little 5-minute video and then jump off. But then as soon as we were talking, the Weather Service ended up issuing a tornado warning. So we want to make sure that we stay on the air at least and kind of see what this storm does. I know Chance is back watching the radars right now very carefully. He was sending me a picture of the rotation that we were just looking at on radar. So yeah, let us know where you're watching from, and also tag some folks. Tag some folks in this video if you know some folks who live in maybe Fremont, Van Buren, even Elsinore area in Carter County. Go ahead and hit that tag some folks in the video and let them know that we're tracking a tornado warned storm that is moving to the northeast at around, it looks like. So now they've done a new update with this storm. So let's talk about it here real quick. 647, a severe storm was capable of producing a tornado located near Thayer, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So it has slowed down just a little bit. Tornado and ping pong size hail is being at least detected on radar with this storm. Locations include Koshkonong, Thayer, Couch, Alton. Those are the areas right now that need to be in their safe zones here as we are watching these storms, or this storm, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So what I'll do is let me put a new track on this storm as it's going northeast at 55 miles an hour. And let's see, it is going to be in Carter County in less than 40 minutes from right now. So about 38 minutes. It'll be in Van Buren coming up. Let's see, it's going to be in Grandin and Hunter areas in about 40 minutes. Garwood in 46 minutes, Elsinore in about 47 minutes. Kind of gives you an idea. We're talking about 2,500 people that's going to be impacted by this storm as it continues to move off to the northeast at around 55 miles an hour. Let me look at I'm going to look at the Weather Service here real quickly. I'm going to look at Paducah to kind of see kind of what they're doing here. So so the last couple of scans, it's still holding its intensity, at least for right now. Let me switch over to Paducah to kind of see. So yeah, somebody else is asking the same question that I was about to ask the folks in Paducah, asking about the storms right now moving to Carter County. Also, there's some other storms that is in north central Arkansas that's moving in to, or going to be moving into the SEMO area here in the next hour or so. So 2-inch size hail with this same storm that we're talking about. 2-inch size hail is at least being detected on radar right now. And that's that same storm that we're looking at. Leanne, I don't think so. This storm for sure that we're looking at here in Oregon County, it's going to miss Poplar Bluff. It is going to miss Poplar Bluff. There are some storms that are to the south of that area. Nothing tornado warned at this time. So no new updates. Let me see about, I'm going to let it do one more scan here. Let me see if we're seeing any rotation with this storm to see. Still seeing rotation to the southwest of Alton. So here it is right here. Looks like to the west of Highway 19. It is actually moving right directly near Alton. That's where that rotation is currently, at least on radar. So the Weather Service office, at least for the short term, is going to continue that tornado warning that's getting very close now to the Alton area. So if you know somebody who lives in Alton, you've got a clear shot now on the radar. It's coming, it's going to be making its way from Alton toward the Van Buren area. Right now, it's still tornado warned at this time. This particular storm is going to will miss the Donovan area. It's going to be northwest of Donovan. Really, it's going to be, if it holds together, it looks like it's going to be making its way between Van Buren and Elsinore. So let me go back to the Springfield. I'm on a chat site with the folks out of Paducah and Springfield. So nothing yet. No new updates out of Springfield on that storm in Oregon County. So let's go back to Paducah, and nothing. They have not talked about that storm yet. They're watching it. They haven't talked about what they're going to do with this storm. Kimberly, most of them do look like they are weakening, except for this one storm that we are watching carefully right now. This one storm that we are still watching in Oregon County, it has strengthened over the last 45 minutes. And because of that, the Weather Service office in Springfield ended up actually issuing a tornado warning for that storm. Peyton and Van Buren. So yeah, I would go ahead and prepare for a potential warning for Carter County if this storm holds together, and it's not weakened a whole lot over the last 15 minutes. Lisa watching from Oregon County. All right, Lisa. What part of Oregon County are you guys near Alton? You and Trindle? You guys near Alton right now? If so, make sure and get to your safe spot, Miss Lisa, because that's where this storm is heading, at least in the short term. Still showing about an inch size hail with this storm currently, at least on radar. It was producing 2-inch size hail. Now it's producing about an inch size hail. Becky, in the middle of Alton and Donovan. So if you're in the middle, I think you're going to miss out on this storm, Becky. 18 miles east of Alton. Okay. Lisa, it's going to be close. You're going to get impacted for sure. Let me see where the rotation is, if there is any right now with this storm. So it's still there. It's still there right over Highway 19, just southwest of Alton. So Lisa, yeah, you and Trendle make sure and get to your safe spots. It continues to move off in your location. Dylan, no, this storm is going to miss Fremont. Yes. Stacy, yes. If you live in Fremont, well, I take that back. This storm is going to miss the Fremont area. But if you live in between Van Buren and Elsinore, that's where this storm is going to be making its way. Let me check one more site here. I want to see if. Okay, so Paducah is watching this storm very carefully. They haven't They have not done any updates or no official warnings right now for Carter County, but it wouldn't shock me at all if Carter County at least gets a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm. We'll see what they end up doing. Now, there are severe thunderstorm warnings that are to the south of Oregon County. So if you live in Ripley County, you live in Carter County, uh, you'll be impacted with other storms for sure. How about Elsinore in town area? Jason, that's where if this storm holds together, that's where this storm is going to be heading, just west of the Elsinore area. So this storm is going to be heading right in between Van Buren and Elsinore, the tornado warrant storm. Now, there's going to be other storms that'll be impacting later on. I'm pretty sure of that. But right now, we don't have any other warnings. I'm waiting for, let me go back to the Springfield. Okay, so circulation of the tornado is now 4 miles southwest of Alton, which we were just showing that a moment ago. So I'm glad the Weather Service and I are on the same page. They're showing it, and I'm showing it to you live on screen. Let me do that again. Let's go to the newest radar scan, and there it is. So the Weather Service is right here is what we're talking about, the rotation. It is matching identical to what they're saying on their chat and what I'm seeing here on radar. So that's why they have continued with this tornado warning. So that's why I'm going to caution you, if you live in Carter County, if you live in Carter County between Van Buren and Elsinore, make sure and tag some folks in the video. Let them know that a pretty strong storm is still currently ongoing. Now, no warnings currently in effect for our area, but I do think that's going to be changing here in just a few moments. At the very minimum, I do think we're going to get a severe thunderstorm warning that will come out of this. We are in Winona. Right now, you're okay, Kylie. Are you heading east or west? That's also going to be I want to make sure I give you the right information. So it looks like, at least on the last scan, as you can see on your radar on the screen here, it looks like that we're starting to see a hail core starting to once again develop with this storm. Grandin, yes, Katie. Grandin will also be in the path of this as well, at least the western side of this storm. So yeah, go ahead and make sure and hit that share button. Hey, good evening, David. Hit that share button for me if you don't mind. Hit that like button for me as well. The more people that share and like, the more reach we will have with this video. Right now, our main concern is going to be, okay, so we're getting, my son's watching this storm very carefully, and let me put the velocity here back on this one. So now this, yeah, the rotation right there, just southwest of Alton. I mean, it is just southwest of Alton. It's actually going to be on the east side of Alton. It's where a good friend of mine is right now, Lisa and Trindle Bell. So if you're watching and listening, make sure and get to your safe spot. Still rotation with this storm. Thank you so much, Craig. So the severe weather response team, they're going to be out as well. They're going to be getting ready in Butler County as these storms come in. I'll be in communication with the severe weather response team as well. We're using an app that I can talk to them. I can hear them. They can hear me. Let me look over here to the Springfield. Okay, so we've got a new update on this storm here, so let's get right to it. This is at 7:02. A severe storm was capable of producing a tornado located over Alton, 13 miles northeast of Thayer. Slowed down a little bit, so now it's moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Tornado and ping pong size hail is detected on radar. Locations with this storm, it's going to be Alton, Wilderness, and Greer there in Oregon County. So those are the locations that are going to be impacted by this storm. So now let's do a new track on this storm. I'm going to go right from where the hail core is. 50 miles an hour is what they're saying. So it's going to be in Van Buren now in 29 minutes. So 29 minutes, it'll be in the Van Buren area. Garwood in about 39 minutes. Mills, if it holds together, Mills Spring in 49, and Piedmont in about 52 minutes. Altogether, this storm is going to be impacting about 2,900 people. Whoops, pushed the wrong button there. Sorry about that. There we go. Let me kind of pan back out a little bit here. So I would expect a warning to be issued very shortly for Carter County. Nothing tells me otherwise right now. We're seeing a lot of lightning with this storm, hail being detected at least 1 inch, maybe greater. So between Van Buren and Elsinore is going to be where you want to be watching right now. You want to be in your safe spots for sure. Okay, circulation is just now over or just southeast of Alton. So let's do a new velocity scan here. There it is right there. May have zoomed in too much. So right there is where we're talking about. That's exactly what the Weather Service office, as of 7:05, which is less than a minute ago, they are saying what we are showing on radar. So that's why we are on the air with you for right now. We're going to stay with this storm. And let me go over to Paducah here on their chat. Let's see here. So yeah, they've got their attention very much so on this storm in Oregon County. And the way it's moving right now, the heaviest part of this storm, if it does hold together, is going to be impacting, it looks like, the central parts of Carter County. Becky, where's that located at? Help me out with that. I want to make sure I give you the accurate information. Okay, so all right, Lisa, good deal. Good deal, Lisa. I'll let Pam know. Hey, Pam, Lisa and Trent are in their safe spot. We're good to go. All right, so be very interested to see if Paducah ends up extending or at least adds on to this tornado warning as it continues. It's about to move in. There it goes. So a new tornado warning just has been issued for Carter County. We thought that might happen. So a tornado warning for Carter County has just been issued. So this is also northwestern Ripley County as well. So a tornado warning for Carter in northwestern Ripley County in southeast Missouri till 7:45. At 7:06, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Alton, 18 miles northeast of Thayer, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. We're talking about a tornado and quarter-size hail. This storm will be near Fremont and Handy in about 8 minutes at 7:15. It will be near Van Buren at 7:25. So 7:15 between Fremont and Handy, Van Buren at 7:25. This storm is moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. It is radar indicated at this time. So bear with me 1 second here. So Carter and Ripley counties are now under a tornado warning. Let's go ahead now and tag some folks in this video if you know somebody who lives in the northwestern parts of Ripley County and the majority of Carter County. Go ahead and tag them in this video. Okay, so let's get the I'm gonna take the ticker off the screen here for just a little bit here since we do have a new tornado warning now. And let's see, we said this was moving at 60 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and check the velocity on this particular storm. And I don't like the way that looks. So let me do that again. Let's do that again. So, okay, so that's a lot better. So yeah, the rotation still right just to the east of Alton now. It has not crossed over the county line yet, but if you live in Carter County, northwestern Ripley County, this is the area that we are really concentrating on very heavily right now, as those areas are under a tornado warning. And it would not shock me at all if we're having possible tornado sirens going off right now in the Fremont area, in Van Buren, possibly even into Elsinore as well. So if you know somebody who lives in those areas, go ahead and tag them. Let them know that we are live on the air right now. Let me see here. Let me go over to Springfield here. So that's why this tornado warning. So they've issued a new tornado warning now, also looks like in Oregon County, and that's because of the continuous. Yeah, so a brand new tornado warning for northeastern Oregon County. That's that same storm that's going to be moving into Ripley County. They're saying $half size hail reported, or at least detected on radar. So the locations, again, if you live in these areas, if you live in Fremont, it'll be in your area and Handy in about the next 3 minutes. Van Buren in about 13 minutes at 7:25. That is when this dangerous storm is going to be making its way into your area. Can't hear them. All right, thank you, Richie. Getting a new, what do we have here? Okay, so tornado sirens are going off right now in Elsinore. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. I kind of thought they would. I kind of thought they would be going off at this moment with this tornado warning now. We don't have any ground truth right now. Just getting on. Don't have any ground truth right now of any kind of tornadoes. It's all strictly as of right now. It is all radar indicated to this point. Let me go over here. Let me check. I'm going to let this new scan go, and then I'm going to check the velocity on this particular storm. So yeah, still rotation with this storm right here. And if you hear me, you may hear my phone be going off. 802, 809, 809. I'm going to be listening to the severe weather response team as we still have rotation just starting to come in. It's on the county line, near the county line of Carter and Oregon County. Okay, Terry. Right now, nothing coming our way. We're watching a nasty storm up entering Carter County. Some of these storms are coming out of yeah, Laura, Doniphan's good for right now. So they were talking about that same storm that we're watching right now. We're also watching some other storms that's to the south of our area right now. But right now, our main concern is this tornado warned storm that is going to be pushing into Carter County. So right now, it's about 10 minutes out from Van Buren. Don't have any new updates from the Weather Service office. There are some storms that are in north central Arkansas right now. We're going to be watching, but right now our main concern is this storm here that's right now in northeastern Oregon, moving in to Carter County. Okay, so this dangerous storm, let me do a new velocity scan. Yeah, it's still there. The rotation, that's let me let it do one more update here. I kind of got it right in the middle of it. So yeah, that's a better scan. So the rotation's still there. It's getting ever close now. The rotation part of this storm is getting ever so closely now to the Oregon-Ripley County line. That is where the rotation currently is in this storm. But we do have tornado warnings for northwestern Ripley County, most of Carter County, that is currently in effect right now with this storm. Watching 3 miles south of the Wayne County line. So yeah, if you know somebody who even lives in Wayne County, I would go ahead and let them know that we are tracking a pretty significant storm. Once again, we don't have any confirmations of any touchdowns at this time. I'm chatting with the folks in Paducah currently. By the way, this broadcast is also on YouTube and on Facebook. We have them on both platforms here tonight, once again. So Van Buren right now, in about 7 minutes, this storm is going to be on your doorstep here in about between 5 and 7 minutes. Let's see if there's any kind of updates here with this storm. There is not, but it's moving northeast at 60. So what we'll do is we're going to track it from where the rotation is. We're going to go out 60 miles an hour and let's see what it's saying. So handy in about 8 minutes. Now, once again, I'm going to say Van Buren in 20 minutes. That's because I tracked it from where that rotation was, not where the northern part of the storm is. So where the rotation was in about 20 minutes in Van Buren, Garwood at 28 minutes, Leaper in about 36 minutes. It's going to be staying over a rural part of these counties. We're talking it'll be impacting less than 800 people currently if it stays on the current track. And let me go back to the velocity here because we should get a new scan. We will. And the new scan is showing that rotation is going to be in the northeastern part of Oregon. It is going to clip. It's going to clip the northeastern part of Ripley County. And I think the rotation part will stay east of Van Buren, west of Elsinore, and west of Grandin. That's where the most severe part of this storm currently is located. And that's why we're going to stay with this storm. We're going to stay with this storm as it continues to make its way into the northwestern parts, my apologies, of Ripley County, and then eventually Carter County as well. So we're very concerned about this storm that is in the northeastern part of Oregon County. And you can see the rotation still very much so in the northeastern part of Oregon County. So that new radar scan still showing the rotation. It's been showing rotation for quite a while. We don't have any ground truth. We have nothing as far as any kind of reports other than what we are showing you on radar. So make sure if you know somebody who lives in these areas between Van Buren and Elsinore, make sure and tag them in this video so that way they know what's coming. Thank you, Richie. I appreciate that very much. So this storm now is starting to make its way in. It's on the county line. Let me see if there's any new updates here. I don't think there is. Nope. Nothing from the weather, waiting for the actual weather service to give us an update on what they are seeing. Let's do the velocity scan here again to kind of see. Yeah, we're still showing rotation with this storm. Still right there. It's going to be the rotation part is going to be, it's on the county line right now of Oregon County and Ripley County. That's where the rotation currently is with this tornado warned storm. I want to emphasize it is just radar indicated right now. We don't have any ground truth. We don't have any confirmations of any touchdowns anywhere. Strictly just radar indicated at this time. But if you know somebody who lives in these areas, you want to make sure that you're in your safe spots. Make sure and tag them and we'll stay with this storm and even beyond Carter County. If you know somebody who lives in Wayne County, especially west of Highway 67, then they need to make sure they're paying attention as well. No, will it hit Eastwood by Handy? Yes. If you live near Handy, yes. That's where this storm is gonna be heading. Now the rotation part currently is right now on the county line of Oregon and Ripley. Let's do the velocity scan. Yeah, so you can see here, rotation is on the doorstep now. It's really crossing the county line at this time. And we're talking about Oregon County, Ripley County. That is where the rotation is with this storm. So if I zoom in a little bit closer, so that's going to be around Highway J. So right now, Wilderness and Handy is going to be the locations that need to be in their safe spot. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. So no power in Neelyville. That must be because of the gusty winds we've seen today. So right now, Wilderness and Handy, those are the areas that need to be in their safe spots as this storm, that's where the rotation is going to be right in those areas. Let me see if the weather service in Paducah has made any updates on this storm, and they have not. Not as of right now. So no, the last update that we got from the weather service was at 7:06. No, Doniphan's gonna be fine right now. Neelyville's gonna be fine with this storm that we're watching. Now, we're also watching some other storms that are gonna be, west of here, or I'm sorry, south of here. So right now, we're gonna focus all of our attention on this storm, this tornado-warned storm. I'll back out just a little bit here, and you can see other storms that are in north central Arkansas right now, Cherokee Village. Those areas are seeing severe thunderstorm warnings, but the storm that we're paying attention to right now is going to be right to the south of Van Buren. So I know Sheriff Mark Dobbs, he is watching very closely as well. Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate that very much. So let me do a new velocity scan on this storm to kind of see. So yeah, the rotation now is right there on Oregon County, Ripley County, Carter County line. That's where the rotation is currently with this storm. The storm is obviously affecting a lot more locations. I'm giving you where the rotation is. So if you live, that rotation is right there near Handy, just to the east of Highway J. It's also going to be crossing just south of Eastwood along Highway C. So between Eastwood and the county line of Highway C there in Carter County, that is where the rotation part is going to be setting in. Now, that being said, you're going to be seeing some strong winds that are going to be just south of Van Buren. It's going to stay just west of Elsinore, it looks like. Elsinore may be impacted coming up, but I don't think they're going to be impacted by the rotation part. We'll wait and see how that pans out. Let me see if there's any new updates here. Yes, at 7:25, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Fremont, 10 miles southwest of Van Buren, moving still northeast at 50 miles an hour. It is radar indicated right now, nothing confirmed. It is strictly radar indicated. It'll be It'll be in Fremont and Van Buren at around 7:30 tonight. So it's coming up very shortly. I'm listening to some of the storm spotters. So the severe weather response team, the storm spotters, they're now going to be out as well. They're going to get deployed around the county.
It's called wind air now.
Because we've got some storms coming in from north central Arkansas. I know my son Chance is back watching the radars very carefully tonight.
That's the old Coalfield distributing. Okay, copy that. So, old 67 there.
So we're watching this one tornado warned storm that's going to be right in the central part of Carter County. We're watching Wayne County very carefully as well.
Okay, copy that. And 817, are you on the channel?
I may have to jump over and talk to our storm spotters for just a moment. Nothing right now. No tornado warned storms in Ripley County. Strictly right now, Carter County.
802, 817, you copy?
Let me get a new velocity scan on this storm and see where the rotation is. So the rotation isn't quite as impressive as it was. It's still there. It's just not as impressive. It's going to be in the southwest part of Carter County, just crossed over the line of Ripley into Carter County. Now, north of there,
802, 804, I'm not being able to contact 817, Tuggle, on the radio or on the telephone.
so we're starting to get some, it looks like a hail core
Okay, I'll have Laramie reach
along Highway 60 that's going to be east of Van Buren. We are starting to see that hail core starting to develop with this storm. So still very strong storm as it continues
All right, Grant saying
to
2
move
hours away, and that's the
northeast.
one that I'm watching in Arkansas.
So the storms in Arkansas that's going to be affecting our area still looks to be maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours away. But right now we're going to focus. We're going to focus on.
Okay, 818, we've got you. How about the Pony?
So right now the Poplar Bluff Severe Weather Response Team, they are deploying their storm spotters in Butler County.
Thanks, sir.
So this hail core is getting very strong now, just to the south of Van Buren. Let me see if Paducah, if they are mentioning anything right now. They are not as of yet. I'm going to be talking to the Severe Weather Response Team for just a moment. Stand by. Okay, so I was talking with the Severe Weather Response Team just to get an idea of what they were thinking, and they did go ahead and deploy their spotters in Butler County. And those storms that we're watching in north central Arkansas, about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So right now, the heaviest part of the storm, let me see if there's any rotation still showing up with this storm. There's Not a lot of rotation with this storm right now. Some heavy winds to the east of Van Buren for sure. Possibly even some 1-inch size hail over the Van Buren area right now as we speak. Thank you, Albert. I was just fixing to ask about Hunter. So we have just the one tornado warned storm, and it's crossing, about to be on Highway 60 as we speak. Somebody asking about Piedmont. If you live in Piedmont, I think this storm is going to miss Piedmont. It'll be just to your east. You're still going to hear some thunder, maybe even get some gusty winds, maybe some small hail. But I think the heaviest part will be really between Piedmont and Greenville, west of 67. So right now, with this particular storm that we are on the air for, the tornado warned storm that is just for it's going to be just for Carter County now. So Carter County is the one that's going to have the tornado warning. They've taken it down for Ripley County. It's just Carter County now. We're waiting for the weather service. So that hail core has really seemed to diminish a little bit, which is good news. Storms is going to be coming in, Adam, in Poplar Bluff. It's about an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours. Let me kind of zoom back out here a little bit so you can see the storms that we're watching in north central Arkansas. But right now, the one storm that we are watching is the one in Carter County. And let's see. So it's going to be expiring in about 10 minutes. So we'll kind of wait and see. We'll stay on the air for about 10 more minutes here and kind of see what Paducah ends up and does with this storm. We'll see if they continue it, if they are going to extend or maybe let it expire. There's been no talk right now. I'm refreshing the page here from Paducah to see what they're saying here on this storm.
$817 command south. 817.
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead. Show me 1023 at the power station on 160.
Okay, so nothing right now on this particular storm. There's no talks of. There's no talks of this storm being possibly being extended as far as a tornado warning to Wayne County. There's no talk of that right now. So the Weather Service is concerned about these storms in Arkansas. They'll pose a similar threat as they lift northeast toward Ripley and eventually Butler County. The storms should weaken as they move east of Butler County. So we're going to wait and see. So we have these storms coming in. Could be a longer evening than what I had anticipated. Let's see if there's any rotation with this storm that's in Carter County right now, just to the east of Van Buren, showing some heavier wind gusts for sure. Getting close to Highway 60 now, just east of Van Buren. Not showing a lot of rotation with this storm. Not like we had been. We had been seeing rotation for quite some time. We are not showing that right now. So we'll see what the Weather Service does, because this storm should be expiring in the next 5 to 7 minutes. If you haven't done so already, make sure and hit that share button for us. Also, like the video post. Elsinore sirens are going off again. Thank you, Tasha. So the Elsinore sirens are going off again. So that storm is going to be right in between Van Buren and Elsinore along Highway 60. If you know somebody, if you're hopefully not traveling on Highway 60. Sorry, listening to the storm spotters right now. Adam, what storm are you talking about? You mean the one here in Van Buren? It's moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. So it's in between Van Buren and Elsinore. We'll see if the Weather Service ends up and continues this. Okay, so yeah, one of our severe weather response team members, the director, there's a spotter in Van Buren now reporting heavy rain, strong winds currently, which we can see that on radar. Not showing as much rotation, maybe some broad rotation still showing up, but it's not nearly as strong as it had been. I'm also watching a storm that's to the south of Ripley County. Let me go ahead and pan down a little bit here. So this severe thunderstorm warning, this is in northeast Arkansas. This does have a tornado tag associated with it. It's moving northeast at 50. So we'll see what Paducah ends up and does with these storms as they move in as well. We may get some storms in Ripley County coming up fairly soon. We'll see if Paducah ends up and goes ahead and warns on these storms. Hail core starting to show up again on this storm, this tornado warn storm, right along Highway 60. You can see that purple shading. That is right there over Highway 60 in north central Carter County. Thank you so much, Joyce. I appreciate that.
Can you hear me?
All right. I think my son is. Chance, are you there?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good deal. I had the wrong button pushed. Sorry about that, Chance. What are you seeing right now on radar, son?
I'm watching these northern storms in Arkansas. I think that will be the most tornadic right now. Right now, that's what it's looking like.
Okay. No new warnings, though, at least for our area, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to still focus on this one storm here in Carter County. It's going to be in the northeast part of Carter County. Still some hail showing up right over Highway 60, east of Van Buren, and just west of Elsinore. We're going to wait and see what the Weather Service office is going to do with this storm. Are they going to continue it toward Wayne County or not?
Broad rotation, by the way.
Broad rotation with this storm. Let me do the velocity here on this storm. So yeah, the heavier winds are going to be east of Van Buren, west of Elsinore. It looks like, son, that the rotation has really weakened considerably here in the last, 15, 20 minutes?
Yes. It's getting into that cool airflow. So basically, it's been raining where the storm has been, and it's been raining itself out, and the rotation is weakening a lot.
There is.
813, 813.
Hang on one second, folks. I'm going to be talking to our go ahead for 813.
Okay, 13, we had a spotter report there in Van Buren of just strong wind and heavy rain. There was no damage reported up there at this time. I'll bring to your attention the storm there just to the west of Tuckerman, Arkansas. It's tornado warned presently. They're close to Newark and Tuckerman. That's the one that we're going to start watching here in a little bit. It's probably about an hour away. It's tornado warned at this time, and I do see rotation in it.
10-4, 802. So as you can hear, we've got several folks here that are helping us out. I know my son's watching radar. He was talking about that same storm in north central Arkansas. Also, Craig Metter, the director of the severe weather response team, letting us know that, that there is no damage in the Van Buren area. They were reporting some heavy winds, some heavy rain, and that tornado warned storm has is now expired. They have not reissued. So as of right now, we do not have any warnings, at least in our area. That being said, we still have warnings that are in northeast Arkansas that we're going to be watching. So let's go back to there we go. I wanted to go ahead and get that back. Let me go. There we go. So we have no tornado warnings now in effect for our area. We are watching for the possibility of maybe seeing a severe thunderstorm warning possibly.
Okay, John, are you going to be stationary in the Culen area?
So the good news is the tornado warned storm has expired. That is good news. We do have severe thunderstorm warnings.
802, 702, John, you copy?
Let me go to Chance. Are you seeing anything on the storm that's just south of Ripley County? You showing anything that makes you think they may warn on that storm in Ripley County? Because I am not.
I'm not seeing anything.
Trying to get some equipment loaded up for a job tomorrow, but 10:41 in just a little bit. Or if you need me, just holler. I'll be.
We're still watching a nasty storm in north central Arkansas. It is to the west of Corning. It's going to be affecting Pocahontas. That storm, we'll watch it. We're going to stay on. I'm assuming Piedmont is going to get a strong storm here in the next few minutes. As of right now, we don't have any warnings in effect for this storm. So I'll ask you folks, do you want to stay on the air for a little bit longer until we see what these storms do in north central Arkansas, or do we want to call it a night? I'll let you folks decide on what you guys want to do. We don't have anything right now in Stoddard County, the Boot Hill, New Madrid. No other warnings currently in effect for our area.
Couple of sprinkles.
That storm in northern Arkansas, Smithville, I'm seeing a lot of rotation on it. Strong.
Okay. I've got a new special weather statement here from the Weather Service in Paducah. Did you get that, Chance?
No, I did not.
That one that's near Black Rock right now looks like it may track up to the southeast corner of the county.
Okay, so that's just so what they did was the Weather Service actually just did a special weather statement on the storm moving out of Carter County into Wayne County. Right now, we're talking wind gust of around 50 miles an hour. This storm is near Garwood, 8 miles east of Van Buren, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. It's going to be impacting Mill Spring, Piedmont, Lodi, San May Baker State Park, Greenville, and Cascade. So right now, the good news is we do not have.
Yeah, let me look real quick.
So we do not have any tornado warnings or any severe thunderstorm warnings. So a lot of people are wanting us to stay on. So, all right, Chance, we're going to be staying on, buddy. Hope you don't mind.
I don't.
Okay. Does mom mind?
Nope.
Nope. All right, so we're gonna stay on. We're gonna keep it rolling. We've got nothing.
I do have an eye on it as well.
I'm talking to the severe weather response team.
It's south there to the west of Tuckerman, north of Newark.
There's a tornado warned storm that they're watching right now. You can see that here on your screen. It's just northwest of Newport.
Yeah, the one that's there by Newport, that's probably going to track a little farther to the south and east. So it may miss us. It may go into Dunklin County, that direction. I'm kind of looking at the stuff around Cherokee Village to come in up around Ripley County and over probably Mid County or North County for us. Okay, copy that.
So yeah, as you can see, it's a great effort here that we all have. We're in collaboration together to make sure that we're able to get you the information that you need quickly and accurately.
What storm was he talking about? If you
The
don't mind
one
me asking?
there northwest of Newport.
Right
North
now it's tracking towards Piggott, Malden, and Campbell.
Right. Yeah,
now.
it's going to miss our area. I think it's going to miss Poplar Bluff.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
But this storm in Pocahontas might
That's
not.
the one that I'm looking at right now. Is that the one you're looking at too, son?
Yeah.
So right now we're going to get a small little break as far as no warnings, at least for our area. But we are watching some strong storms in north central Arkansas. Also, we're getting this in so far there in Carter County. No power outages, which is good news. I'm not sure why all my family ran outside. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. So right now, the only storms that we have are in Wayne County. It's a strong storm, nothing severe. We also have a strong storm again in Carter County, nothing severe though. There is a small hail core showing up on a radar here between just to the west of Grandin, south of Van Buren. So we'll watch this one very carefully, see if the Weather Service ends up doing something with this storm or whatnot. But we are watching the storms in northeast Arkansas. Thank you, Christy. Lightning in Ripley County. So nothing. We don't have any storm. No warnings right now. Grandin, Charlie. Yes, I think you guys will see another storm here. At least you may be hearing thunder right now. So apparently a what was it? Oh, a tractor pulling a trailer. That's why everybody went outside. You never know what you're going to see out here where we live. It's crazy all the time.
I'm back.
All right. Thank you, Chance, for going outside for a minute to see the tractor pulling the trailer.
You don't see that every day.
So it looks like, son, the storm that's gonna be impacting Pocahontas, it looks like it's starting to maybe weaken a little bit.
The hail core definitely, but the rotation's still in there.
Okay.
Honestly, you're gonna have to zoom in, but by Black Rock, that's where the rotation is.
Okay. I know that right now we're watching a thunderstorm that's going to be just to the west of Donovan. It's nothing severe. It is just a thunderstorm. There is a hail core in Carter County. It is to the west of Grandin. It looks like it's going to miss Grandin, but it's actually going to be maybe impacting Elsinore coming up here very shortly. It is not severe at this time. We don't have any warnings right now in that area. I know Captain Randall Huddleston right now. He is tuning in tonight as well from Butler County Sheriff's Department. Glad to have him on. So a couple of different hail cores, nothing warned on right now. One to the west of Piedmont, and then
that hail core is coming back in Piedmont.
it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Wouldn't be surprising if would not surprise me at all if we had at least quarter size hail or pretty close to it. So right now things are clearing out in Van Buren. We're being told that.
Seeing a little bit of broad rotation again.
All right, just to update for spotters and listeners, the storm that 805 was drawing my attention to earlier is now to the southwest of Pocahontas. It is only severe thunderstorm warned. Then the other one that I was referring to that is to the southwest of Walnut Ridge, still tornado warned, still showing some rotation in it. I think it will track south of Poplar Bluff, possibly towards Campbell and Malden. Don't know just yet, but that's the only two things that we have right now.
Okay, so the same thing that we were talking about, the Chance and I were talking about, we're looking at the storm near Pocahontas. That will be impacting our area if it holds together. And the other storm that was a tornado warned farther south, it will be impacting possibly, as Chance said, Malden and the Boot Hill later on if it holds together. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. No damage reports, no power outages from what we have been told so far. Hopefully that will continue, and hopefully we'll be able to end our broadcast here fairly shortly as well. We do have a tornado watch for all of our area, all of the area, including the Boot Hill, until 11 o'clock. The Boot Hill in northeast Arkansas is until midnight. But I do think we'll see these tornado watches start to come down here sooner rather than later. Piedmont, you guys are in the storm right now. No warnings on those storms.
My thing is saying right now, the storm going through Piedmont,
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing 70-mile-per-hour winds right now.
No warning on that storm, so
I feel like it will be getting warned pretty soon.
I will.
Severe
I'll message the weather service in Paducah and let them know, and see if they're going to do anything with that storm.
Clean.
That's what we're showing right now, at least on radar. We'll keep the radar right here. The good news is that hail core that we saw in Carter County, just to the west of Grandin, near Highway 21, it has also weakened considerably. The storm in Pocahontas, it hasn't really weakened. Let me see.
These storms right now
Mm-hmm.
in northern Arkansas, Pocahontas, what's the other one?
They're in Newport.
Yeah. Got clean airflow, so that will be good for rotating supercells. There's no storms around it. The only one that is the one very south of Newport.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that very much. So thundering in Donovan right now, which that I could see that here on radar. We're going to watch this storm that's going to be making its way right into Pocahontas. Pretty strong storm. Nothing warned on right now, except for nothing for our area. But there is a severe thunderstorm warning. There is a tornado possible tag. At 7:55, a severe storm was located near Bowden or near Black Rock, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. We're talking wind speeds of 60 miles an hour and quarter-size hail with this storm. And if you're following us here on video, I'll highlight the locations with this storm. We're talking about Pocahontas, Maynard, Ingram, Black Rock, Bowden, Biggers, just a few locations with this storm. And it's moving off to the northeast at 50 miles an hour. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what, Chance. Let's put a track on this storm, 50 miles an hour northeast, and let's kind of see if it holds together. Let's kind of see when it'll be making its way into our area. So let's see here. In Reno, Arkansas, Maynard in about 23 minutes. Reno, Arkansas, 27 minutes. We're going to keep going down. So here we go. So Oxley in about 44 minutes. Naylor, 45. Neelyville, 49. Fair Dealing, 50 minutes. Harville, 56 minutes. Poplar Bluff in about 65 minutes. Same in Culin. So there you go. So about an hour.
Information only. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
So that same storm that Chance was just talking about,
Wayne County in southeast Missouri.
that same
And
storm
they reissued a tornado warning
that Chance
for
was
that
talking
we've
about
been
has now
watching,
went severe thunderstorm warning in Wayne County. There is a possible tornado tag on it. This one's in northern Wayne County. Good job, Chance, on that, by the way. At 7:58, a severe storm was located over Piedmont, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts are possible with this storm. Locations are Mill Spring, Piedmont, Lodi, Sam A. Baker State Park, Greenville, and Cascade. That is a location that's involved in that storm. That's in northwestern Wayne County. Also, we're looking to the south near Walnut Ridge. Chance if you're seeing that storm, I'll let you track that one. In northeast Arkansas, um, showing a tornado warned storm just to the south of Pocahontas. So we'll kind of wait and see how these storms come together. But it looks like we're going to have some more strong storms coming in to the area here momentarily. Let me go back to so we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne County now.
That Pocahontas storm,
Mm-hmm.
it's strengthening again.
Okay.
More rotation, stronger rotation, actually. The storm north of Newport, the rotation's very tight. I'm surprised it's not on the ground yet.
Okay. We'll keep waiting to see. We'll keep a close eye on that one. Okay, so we had the severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Wayne County. Oh, that new storm in Pocahontas, as Chance was talking about, has just went tornado warned. That's for Randolph County in eastern Arkansas and north central Lawrence County in eastern Arkansas until 8:45. Nothing on the ground, just a radar indicated tornado warning. So that's going to be the new storm that we're going to be watching out for as it continues to move off to the northeast. And we'll probably,
Pocahontas just went tornado warning.
it's moving northeast at 35 miles an hour too. So it's slowed
Yeah, the
way
one that we
down.
were watching there by Black Rock.
So it has slowed way down. Let's do a velocity scan on this storm and kind of see. And Chance, I'm seeing rotation southwest of Pocahontas. Is that what you're
Yeah, that's the
seeing?
one.
Yes, it's kind
So
of forming a hook now.
Not really seeing that much rotation.
there's not that much. It's broad,
But that could be due to the radar not picking it up.
but there we'll have to watch that very carefully.
If it keeps the same track as it is right now, Hewlin,
Has a little bit better view of it.
and Neelyville, Naylor, and Brosley.
The other ones,
Okay.
Paducah's been behind. However, like I said, I'm looking at that. I don't see. I see stronger rotation in that one down around Walnut Ridge, but the one there around Pocahontas, I'm not sure exactly if it's just radar indicated at this time. Yeah, they're both radar indicated, but yeah, that one's got a pretty strong couplet in it.
Messaging
The other one's
I am
kind of
messaging
ragged,
right
but it's
now
definitely
the
got
Weather
some
Service office
velocity change in the back end of the storm.
in Paducah to kind of see what they're thinking here.
Okay, copy that.
So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne County right now. Also a tornado warned storm that's in northeast Arkansas. So it looks like that storm, as Chance was saying, it's going to miss most of Ripley County, possibly even missing Poplar Bluff, but maybe the eastern part of Butler County if it holds together. And that's a big if. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning.
Now, start to get some moderate heavy rain in Ripley County. 1 mile north of Doniphan.
So we're going to stay with this storm here I don't see any kind of rotation here in the Wayne County storm, just some heavy winds, some strong winds right now, really along Highway 67 between Piedmont and Highway 67 is about where the strong winds are in that storm, not counting or not dismissing that storm in Wayne County, but we're going to turn our attention here. We're going to keep both of these storms on radar up. We're going to be looking at the one in Wayne County, and we're also going to be looking at the one that's coming out of northeast Arkansas. So right now, Paducah hasn't made a mention of, actually, I'm going to go over to the Weather Service in Memphis because they're the ones that handle the warned storms in northeast Arkansas. And right now they are not. They're just showing, okay, so they're showing some broad rotation with that storm near it's actually over Pocahontas right now. Okay, we may be getting a new warning for Ripley, but I don't have that one yet. It has not come over. Have you saw that one yet? Tornado warning for Ripley County. I have not gotten it.
Is that legit?
I don't have it. So I'm going to say not yet, not until, let me check one more source here. I don't think there is. I don't have any tornado warning.
No tornado warning should be needed.
I don't have anything right now.
Was that one of the storm spotters that said that?
No. So yeah, there is no
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4,
there is
5.
no tornado warning for Ripley County.
That Doniphan storm, it's trying to get its act together.
As of right now, we don't have any tornado warnings in our area except for Northeast Arkansas. I'm gonna kind of zoom back into this storm in not Ripley, near Pocahontas to kind of So there is definitely some rotation southwest of Pocahontas right now. So that storm bears watching for sure as that continues east.
Walnut Ridge, that rotation got stronger.
It's also a hail core. It looks like showing up
On
near
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. Yeah, so we're going to watch that one very carefully. The severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Wayne County, as of right now, it appears that that storm has weakened just a little bit.
What
So
storm?
that is definitely some good news.
What storm?
The one in Wayne County.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know where the warning came in from Ripley, but I don't have one for Ripley County, Missouri, that is. As of right now, there's not been any warnings that I'm aware of that's been issued for Ripley or Butler counties at this time. Not saying there won't be.
I'll be right here, my 83 spot and search.
I'm just saying that we don't have one yet.
Let you know. Okay, copy. You're in the city limits. Thank you, sir. Cancel.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I don't have anything either from Ripley County. Let's see what I don't think Paducah has commented yet on the storms in Northeast Arkansas. They have not. So we'll be waiting to hear what they have to say. This storm in Pocahontas, it looks like it's taking a northeasterly track. It's along Highway 62 and 67, as you can see there on radar. Right now, the heaviest part of that storm is directly over Pocahontas. So Clay County, Arkansas, I would say the southeastern half of Butler County needs to pay attention to this storm. Maybe the far southeast tip of Ripley, maybe as well, needs to pay attention to this storm as it continues to move off to the northeast. But as of right now, we don't have any warnings with this storm other than the tornado warning storm right now in northeast Arkansas. Let me go back up here to Wayne County here real fast. I want to see, there is a possible tornado tag on it. Still moving off to the northeast at 60 miles an hour. We're still seeing 60 mile per hour wind gust. Right now, the heaviest part of that storm is going to be east of Piedmont, getting close north of Greenville, getting close now to Highway 67, getting close to the Madison County line. So far, I think this storm is I don't think it's going to hit you folks in Oxley. I don't. I think it's going to miss you guys in Oxley. I'm more concerned about right now west of Corning, and then Chance, I'm I'm saying maybe the eastern half of Butler County, not even really Poplar Bluff. Is that what you're showing?
Yes. I would say that Donovan storm
Mm-hmm.
showing a little hail core, just a
Okay.
little hail core.
So you might be getting some small hail in Donovan. If you are, let me know if you're getting some small hail in the Donovan area. We don't have any warnings right now.
It's north of Donovan.
Okay, so we got some folks asking about Pointer. So right now in Pointer, you're looking at just a thunderstorm. Nothing severe, nothing warned on at this time in the Pointer area.
For information,
Stand by.
the storm north of Pocahontas is still tornado warned, moving to the northeast about 50 or 55 miles per hour. It appears it's probably going to enter the state between Naylor and Neelyville and continue to the northeast.
So the storm that we're watching in northeast Arkansas, that is the storm that's around Pocahontas, still showing some rotation to the southwest of Pocahontas. What's that? 62 and 67 highway. So that is the newest storm that we're going to be watching as it continues to track across
Okay, 1-8, copy you.
Lawrence County. I believe that's Lawrence County, I believe. No, I'm sorry, Randolph County.
To answer your question, Maine is also simulcast on that Crawford repeater channel. So anything that goes out over the radio will go on the main channel. But it doesn't work the other way. So if you're on the main channel,
We'll see, Beth. We'll see.
This storm in Pocahontas right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's going right for Neelyville right now. The
Okay.
main circulation is going right for Neelyville.
Okay, so if you live between, I would say between what, Naylor and Neelyville right now, Chance, is that what you're thinking too?
Yes.
So I would say Naylor and Neelyville needs to go ahead and really be on high alert with this storm, fair dealing as well. We'll see how this storm progresses. But right now, I think you guys over there around fair dealing are going to see a storm here in the next 15 minutes. But don't panic. It's nothing severe. We're talking about a storm that's going to be, right now, it's in Randolph County, Arkansas. It is moving toward Clay County, Arkansas, and possibly southern parts of Butler as well. I know we have a lot more folks tuned in right now. If you haven't done so already, hit that share button for us. Like the video post if you know somebody who obviously lives in southern Butler County, maybe Clay County, Arkansas. I would go ahead and tag them in this video. There is a severe thunderstorm warning on the very northern parts of Wayne County right now. That one has just been, they just did an update 2 minutes ago on it. It's still moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts are going to be possible with that storm. I'm going to see, let me switch over on the chat site here. Okay, so this was a minute ago. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, so nothing right now. They're talking about the Wayne County storm moving into Madison County. Let me go over to, I want to go to the Memphis chat site, and I want to see, okay, so this was a storm currently in Lawrence County, Arkansas, has also quarter-size hail. And also the northernmost storm, which is Randolph County, still looks like the rotation looks like it is weakening somewhat. So that's some good news. And that's coming directly out of the Weather Service office in Memphis.
Which storm is that?
That would be the one. Okay, so right now the Weather Service is deciding between a severe thunderstorm warning for the northern two storms, waiting on the next volume scan as they approach Clay County, Arkansas. So that storm that was tornadic, it may get bumped down to a severe thunderstorm warning
In Pocahontas?
going into Clay County. So we'll wait and see. Okay, so the Weather Service office has just now issued a tornado warning for north central Wayne County in southeast Missouri until 8:30. At 8:18, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Sam A. Baker State Park, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. It is a radar indicated tornado. Now, this storm is going to remain in a rural part of the county. They've also issued a tornado warning as well for Madison County on that same storm.
National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for north central Wayne County.
Go ahead, son.
On storm in Walnut Ridge, that's a tornado warning. On velocity scan, it has a debris ball.
Okay.
So
We'll keep watching it.
I don't know if they're gonna say radar confirmed or I don't know.
We'll keep watching that very carefully.
Debris ball going right into Walnut Ridge.
Okay. So we'll see what the Weather Service office does with the storm coming into Clay County, Arkansas. At this time, they are deciding if they are going to continue it. We're going to see if they're going to continue that tornado warning or if they're going to bump it down to a severe thunderstorm warning. There is a storm north of Donovan, however, no warning on that storm.
Oh, wow. North of Greenville, that tornado warning?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very tight rotation on it.
Yeah, that's moving into Madison County right now. That's in the very rural part of northern Wayne County. It's going to be moving in. It's actually going to stay along Highway 67 there at the Madison-Wayne County line is where that storm is going to be at. Let me see here what Memphis is saying on the storm for Clay County, Arkansas. So far, they have not decided what direction they're going to go. Still waiting for that one to come out. It is 8:22 on this Easter evening. If you haven't done so already, please hit that share button for us. We're live on YouTube as well. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, so it looks like it wouldn't, from what Purdue, I'm sorry. Okay, so thinking we may need a severe thunderstorm warning for the hail core coming into Greene County. Okay, so they are doing a special weather statement right now on that tornado warned storm coming in to Clay County, Arkansas. They have dropped the tornado tag. It is now a special weather statement. 8:22, a Doppler radar tracking a strong storm near Bigger, 8 miles east of Pocahontas, still moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Wind gust of 50 miles an hour possible, and penny-size hail. So the Weather Service office,
Is doing a special weather statement on it?
yes.
Oh. It's weakened that bad?
I guess so, according to the Weather Service office.
It's got a good hail core on it.
Well, it is. They have
802 to 810, if you can copy the storm there to the northeast of Pocahontas and west of Corning. Going to be moving into the Neelyville area here in the next 10 minutes.
So this storm that's actually moving out of Pocahontas will be crossing into the Butler County line in about 15 minutes or so.
16 to command south on from 1041.
That tornado warning storm in northern Wayne County.
Keith had some issues.
Okay, so they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning now for Clay County, Arkansas, but that's on that Walnut Ridge storm. That's on that Walnut Ridge storm.
Yeah, I've got radar pulled up here, looking at the velocity.
So we're talking 60 mile per hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. That one, if it holds together, that one will miss Butler County altogether. That will be in the boot heel if it holds together.
Those two cells that have kind of converged there around Elsinore and moving into the northwest corner of the county, they've intensified as they went north, so just something to keep an eye on.
We're also watching a strong storm that's going to be
10-4.
going to watch a strong storm north of Doniphan. Actually, it's going to be just east of Grandin, around Elsinore, in the northwestern or northeastern parts of Ripley County. It's kind of merged into one. Nothing warned on right now, but we're watching it very carefully. So that's what we've got going on here at the moment. Just the one tornado warning storm, and really that storm is now moving in to Madison County. Okay, so a broken line of severe storms continues to track eastward into southeast Missouri. Conditions remain relatively favorable for brief tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. The areas circled have the highest potential of severe weather, and we are definitely in that area of concern through 10 p.m. So that came from the Weather Service out of Paducah. So there you go. So it looks like that storm that is in Pocahontas will be east of Poplar Bluff in about 35 minutes, it looks like. So that tornado warning that was issued for northern Wayne County, it's kind of moving right over 67 into Madison County. I bet the Weather Service will end up possibly canceling that one in northern Wayne County. So we're going to watch the two storms here in the southern parts of our area. The one storm that's moving out of Randolph County, Arkansas into Clay County, Arkansas. Right now, that storm does not have any other warnings on it. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for Clay County, Arkansas, Greene County, Arkansas, but that's because of the storm out of Walnut Ridge. So fair dealing, probably seeing some rain right now, maybe hearing some thunder, nothing severe right now. That is in the fair dealing area. Trying to see here if, okay, so chatting with the Weather Service office in Paducah right now just to make sure that we have not missed anything. What about the lakeside? You're gonna hear, you'll get some thunder here pretty quick, Kathy. But we don't have, there's no warnings right now with those storms. The storms that we are watching, Chance, are you still tracking that storm in east of Pocahontas?
Yes.
Okay, are you showing any kind of rotation, any kind of, looks like a hail core maybe starting to pulse back up as it
Yes.
crosses into Carter County. I'm sorry, not Carter, Clay County, Arkansas.
This is a main point, like for our severe weather. Our dew points are going up still. So this was the plan before these storms to get going. Our dew points to really increase. It was 59, now it's almost 62. So
Okay. So as you can see on the radar, still waiting for kind of figure out if trying to figure out if the Weather Service office is going to extend this warning any further north. The main one, so the Weather Service did drop the tornado warning, which I thought they would for Wayne County. That has been dropped. Thought that would happen because most of that storm is now moved into Madison County. So right now we're just kind of in wait mode once again. We don't have any other warnings in our area, but we are watching. Right now, Chastity, no. We're talking about just thunder, lightning, maybe some gusty winds at Lake Wapapello area. But even that's not looking too promising right now. We are watching a storm that is moving into western Butler County. It's nothing severe. We're talking just rain and thunder, some lightning right near the Oxley area.
that storm that just moved out of Pocahontas, rotation is starting to form back with it.
So we'll have to watch that one very carefully to see. Let me slide on down here.
I would not be surprised if they tornado warn Walnut Ridge to expand that tornado warning. Would not be surprised.
So here's that rotation we're talking about here. That's going to be just southwest of Biggers, about to cross over into Clay County, Arkansas. So we'll have to wait and see. Right now, it looks very broad, still enough there to be concerned. There is no warning with this storm currently. It is just a special weather statement. But nevertheless, we're going to keep watching this storm very carefully. We're not going to jump off of here just yet. Want to make sure that these storms do not intensify by any stretch of the imagination. Right now, Sykeston, not right now. Sykeston's in good shape. There are storms off to the west, but nothing over. Our main concern right now is in northeast Arkansas to see what these storms do as they move into our area. Chatting with the Weather Service right now in Paducah to kind of see what they're thinking. So right now, no weather warnings in effect for our area, which is good news, except for Clay County, Arkansas right now is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Still chatting with the severe weather response team.
Okay, copy, got lighting there. 812, were you trying to get in?
You betcha, John, no problem. We have a nice little storm on the west side of Butler County. It is in the northern parts of Ripley County. Nothing warned on right now. It's going to be just northwest of Poplar Bluff here very shortly.
The closest storm that we were watching was there about Reno or Biggers to the southwest of Corning, still moving to the northeast, not quite as intense as it was earlier. The storm there at Walnut.
So we're watching that one, Sarah. That could be moving into the Boot Heel later on this evening. Right now, that storm currently has 60-mile-per-hour winds. We're talking maybe quarter-size hail, and that is that tornado-warned storm that's moving out of Walnut Ridge into Greene County, Arkansas, and then Clay County, Arkansas. If it holds together, it could be impacting the Boot Heel. Will fair dealing get hard? No, fair dealing, I think you guys are in the clear for the most part. I think fair dealing is looking good. Maybe some rain, maybe some thunder. Donovan, no, Christy, you guys are in the clear for severe weather. You guys might get a little bit of rain, maybe a little bit of thunder, but for the most part, your severe weather threat there in Donovan is pretty much ending. Same in Carter County as well. Not expecting any kind of severe weather in Carter County the rest of the night. Let me look over here to the Memphis chat site and see. Okay, so right now this is out of the Weather Service in Memphis. That storm that we're looking at, they just dropped the tornado warning on it. They are not warning on it. They say at the moment they are not leaning toward a severe thunderstorm warning for western Clay County at the moment. So once again, we're just kind of in limbo right now, kind of waiting to see. Carrie, we are right now no warnings in Butler County. There is a strong storm that is in Clay County, Arkansas. However, by talking with stand by.
Tornado warning on
So the severe weather response team talking about what we're talking about. They are not warning on the storm in Clay County, Arkansas. Just thunderstorm for Naylor, yes. And honestly, Kelsey, you guys may not get that either. You guys just may get some lightning, maybe a little bit of rain. Hey, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that very much. Beth, right now it looks like that storm has really weakened. So no, I don't. I don't think it's going to affect you folks in Fisk. Now, that being said, there is a stronger storm in the northwest part of Butler County, but there's no warnings on that storm right now. Absolutely, Christy. I appreciate that very much. Wanda, Harville, Poplar Bluff may get some rain here shortly, but as of right now, we don't have any severe storms. Ashley, yes, Donovan is in the clear. Has it passed us in Biggers? Yes. Yeah, Biggers is in the clear.
I think it's still pretty strong up to the north of it toward Wayne County. Instability is.
Yes, Naylor is in good shape. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that very much, my friend. That's my son too. My son Chance he wants to do weather all over the place.
816, go ahead.
Thank you, Josie. I appreciate that very much.
Cloud to ground lightning up here.
The storm and
So I
go ahead, Chance.
have been off of my
the
base.
storm in Corny, it's really weakened.
Yeah, absolutely. Which on the western side or the one coming out of Walnut Ridge?
The western.
Okay, so that was the one that we were referring to a moment ago. Shane, I don't think so, Farrell. I think Butler County is going to just have rain and thunder.
But The dew points whenever it crosses Missouri, well, Arkansas Missouri border,
No, not from your location.
the dew points rocket up. So I don't know.
Caller was there.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that very
Okay.
much.
We also had reports earlier, some flash flooding there in Van Buren after the storm went through.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, he's my boy. Thank you, Ms. Don. I appreciate that very much. So I mean, it's looking like it's going to, we're going to be okay. In this storm, even in Walnut Ridge, it's really started to weaken.
Well, it's now if you really zoom in,
Mm-hmm.
it's got like there's a supercell and then there's like a hook on the back edge.
Yeah, the
You
weather
can go to
service in
velocity, it's really tightened up.
well, the
So
weather service in Memphis is saying the opposite. They're saying that it's starting to weaken. So
wow.
we'll watch it. We'll watch it and see what they decide to do. But the other storms have weakened considerably. They are not posing any risks of severe weather in our area. So we're
And I
watching just
can't
one storm right now. Chelsea, yes. Louisville, yes. You may get some thunder, some lightning. Alice, that's the strongest storm that we have right now in our area is at northwest Butler County. Don't have any, there's no warnings with it, just some thunder and lightning, maybe some brief gusty winds. Chance, are you seeing rotation in that storm in east of Walnut Ridge? I saw a little bit a few minutes ago.
east of Walnut Ridge.
Mm-hmm. The one that's coming into Clay County.
Hold on, let me get.
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
check.
not.
Okay. So let's see here. Getting some new information.
Information only, tornado warning for northeastern Bollinger and southwestern Perry County in Missouri. That's all to our northeast.
So we're just kind of waiting to see if there's any other storms that are going to possibly be severe in our area. If they would, it would be the boot heel. I think, Chance, I'm thinking that even, I don't want to call it too early, but I would say even Butler County, for the most part, I don't think is going to see any severe storms tonight. Is that what you're
Agreed.
seeing?
Agreed. I don't see anything.
So I would say Butler County, for the most part, the only part I'm worried about is the northwest part of the county, but even that looks to be staying below severe weather threats.
I want to see what it does whenever it jumps into Missouri. I want to see if it takes off or weakens even more.
So we'll kind of wait and see. Appreciate all the kind words that are coming in. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me that, thank you, Molly. So seeing lightning in Poplar Bluff, thought that might be the case with that storm to the northwest of Bluff. I'm just happy that my son wants to hang out with me at 14 years old. We are out of electricity. Thank you, Alice. I'll report that. Walton Chapel area. I'll get that reported. Thank you, Alice. (813-802).
It might be intensifying again in Corning.
Getting reports of power out now near the Walton Chapel area in Butler County.
Okay, copy that. Thank you, sir.
So I reported that. Thank you for letting me know about that, about the power outages. Ripley County, yes. I think Ripley County, you guys are in the clear. I think you guys may see a little bit of rain and thunder, but as far as everything else goes, I think the severe weather threat is over. Chance, what were you saying a minute ago, son?
Oh no, it's right here.
So let's see here. I'm gonna look at that storm in. I'm gonna look at that storm in Northeast Arkansas and kind of see if there's anything that's showing up. Oh, I may have got that in the middle of a scan. Yep, I got that in the middle. We'll try that one more time here in just in a second. So not showing, maybe just a little bit of rotation. I mean, very minute with that storm. It would be right here. It's going to be northeast of Walnut Ridge. It's in Greene County, Arkansas. There is a little bit of a hail core with this storm. It's getting closer to Clay County, Arkansas, but nothing, just a severe thunderstorm warning at this point. Matter of fact, they took down the tornado warning on that storm. So now it's strictly just a severe thunderstorm warning. So I think that's pretty much going to be about it. I don't think the storms they're just having trouble organizing, and there's the ingredients aren't quite there. No, I think Bluff is going to be Bluff is
Do
in the
they
clear.
do they have a special weather statement in Neelyville?
I did not get that. If it is, let me double check.
Never mind. No, they don't. Never mind.
No, I did not get that.
What I'm
Thank
thinking,
you very much. Thank you so much. Do what, son?
what I'm thinking is, whenever it goes into Missouri, I think it might intensify just a little bit because our dew points are better than northern Arkansas.
Okay, so tornado watch. Yep. Actually, Michael, your tornado watch is in effect until midnight, I believe. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got a new update here on power outages. See, Butler County, 68 members right now without power. Thank you, Ernie. That's kind of what so 68 customers now without power in Butler County, 13 in Carter County, 45 in Reynolds County, and 26 in Bollinger County from Ozark Border. Thank you so much for that update. So the severe weather threat is pretty much ended from Poplar Bluff, Butler County, west toward Carter, Ripley. Just a thunderstorm is possible, obviously. But the tornadic storms well to our north, and we're watching a severe thunderstorm warning that's now in Clay County, Arkansas, that we are watching right now. So really the only threat left that we have, I would say, for severe storms tonight is going to be from north of Kennett to about the Malden area. That would be the next area that would see severe storms. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that very much. Shelly, just a garden variety thunderstorm, nothing severe. You might get some lightning, some thunder.
Eight 813, you have traffic?
Negative 802.
Information only, guys.
Hang on one
Most of the
second.
storm activity now is moved off to our southeast, or will move to the southeast of Butler County across the Boot Hill.
All right, so I think that
Back to the southwest, it is just.
so these storms have really we're not going to get much at all.
Just a few more minutes, and then we'll send everybody in.
So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to continue to monitor, but I think right now between Malden and Kennett, you might see a thunderstorm. It could possibly have some gusty winds. Tornado threat is very, very, very minimum. Dexter is in good shape. You guys might see some rain and thunder. Before we end our video tonight, I'm going to make sure that, so no, I'm not seeing anything that, not showing anything that remotely looks ominous. Everything is looking pretty good. So what we'll do is we will call it a night. If things, obviously, if I'm wrong and things get more aggressive, then we can jump back on with no problem. But I think we should be, it looks like everything is in good shape. So once again, thank you guys for hanging out with us again tonight. Thank you again to PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Hope you guys liked the new graphics that Chance and I came up with on the lower third there. Neelyville's in good shape. You guys will get some thunder, some lightning, but I think the severe stuff is pretty much over with for us. If you live between Malden and Kennett, those areas are going to be the areas that could see potentially some severe storms. But even that, we're talking just some gusty winds, maybe some small hail. I was on vacation this week, so if I was not getting up in the morning going on the air, I would stay with you all night if I had to. But tomorrow's my first day back from vacation, so we wanted to, Chance and I wanted to jump on and do our thing. Thank you, Chance, for hanging out again tonight with me. I hope you're still up.
Yeah, I am.
Good deal. All right. Time to go to bed, son.
All right.
But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hang on one second. Yep. So they're clearing. The severe weather response team, they're clearing as well. Once again, happy Easter. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys very much. Thank you for all the support. And the next time we have severe storms, we will be back on the air with you. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys again next time. God bless and have a great night.